In this video, I'm going to be ranking the best point guards right now in NBA 2K25 My Team on a tier list here ranging from S that does go all the way down to D tier, and we have about 40-ish of the best point guards in this entire game, and there has been so many new good point guards to drop recently in my team, so I wanted to get you guys an updated best point guards tier list to rank all of the best point guards in this entire game. So let me know what point guards going into Season 8 are currently on your guys' squad. I know Season 8 is only a couple days away now, so let me know how you guys have enjoyed Season 7, and also, again, what 2 point guards are you guys currently rocking on your squad going into Season 8. But the first point guard on this tier list is going to be the newest point guard in this game, and one of the newest best point guards in this entire game. I think this invincible Shai is seriously a top 5 shooting guard, or sorry, top 5 point guard, I should say. Easily in the top 5 in my personal opinion. I do love this card all the way around. 6'6" at point guard, 6'11" wingspan. He's got a great player model in game. 99 every single stat, of course. Has those really good legend badges like Deadeye, Limitless, Headshot Specialist, Shifty Shooter. All Ball Menace is really nice to have on legend, as well as Glove, Lightning Launch, Handles for Days, Dimer, Angle Assassin, Physical Finisher, and Layup Mixmaster as well. But when it comes to Shai, I know there's the whole fiasco about him not getting the tray behind the back, and maybe he could have used a better moving step back, but you have to remember, this jump shot they added on Shai is, to me, one of the best guard jump shots in this entire game. It is so easy to green, and with how many of the top tier point guards have the Oscar upper, having the Colin Sexton upper is so much better. He still has the Pro 2 fade. He's an incredible point guard because of that jump shot, and to me, I think Shai is an S tier point guard. Talking about 100 overall MJ, this is where I might get a little bit... People might disagree a little bit, but we're going to talk about the best point guards in this game are going to be an S, right? That's going to be my probably top 5 to maybe 7 at the most when it comes to the point guard position. A tier is going to be a lot of those really close to top 5, top 7, but like number 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do I think MJ is a top 15 point guard when it comes to his 100 overall? Personally, no. So for now, you guys will see MJ is going to be in B tier, but it will all make sense here in a second. De'Aaron Fox is going to be in D. I mean, he's just one of the worst point guards in this game when it comes to the best point guards, obviously, because you guys have to remember, these are the best 40 point guards in the game. So do I think any of these cards are necessarily unusable or absolutely awful and just horrible cards? No. But like, De'Aaron Fox is basically his same pink diamond card, just with better stats and badges. He's got his own jump shot, own dribble sigs across the board, own motion style. The only thing they really changed on this card that isn't De'Aaron Fox is the Pro 2 fade, which yes is nice to have, but this card is just not anywhere near the best point guards in this game. Penny Hardaway to me is probably C. I know he does have good height and he can be a good defensive point guard. I just don't like his jump shot whatsoever. I feel like his Pro 2 fade isn't that great either. I just don't like this card's jump shot. The sigs are not that great, to be honest, besides the Garland dribble style and the Curry escape. You know, like the Andrew Wiggins behind the back isn't great in my opinion. The Penny Hardaway size up is nowhere near as good as like the Steve Francis size up. And yeah, for me, I just feel like Penny Hardaway is still a good point guard, just not going to be any higher than C tier. Invincible Luka to me is S. Again, top 5-ish point guard in this game, top 5, top 6. In my personal opinion, I think Luka could be creeping into the top 3. And the comparison between Luka and Shai is, yes, Luka does have that tray behind the back, and he does have that Zach LaVine moving step back, but again, I prefer that Colin Sexton upper a lot more compared to the Oscar upper. Like the Oscar upper to me gets a lot of load ups. I feel like it's a very slow shot at times. It can kind of can have a hitch in it. And to me, I just don't like the Oscar upper on a lot of cards. So to me, they both have the base, right? They both have the Allen Iverson base, but the difference is Shai doesn't have the Oscar upper. And like I said, a lot of the GOAT cards and top tier cards in this game have Oscar upper. But to me, I much prefer Shai's jump shot because of that Colin Sexton upper, and it does make a huge difference to me in game. I do think they're both still S tier. I would consider taking Shai over Luka just because of the jump shot, but yeah, Luka does have better sigs when it comes to the tray behind the back and also the Zach LaVine moving step back. Kazzy Russell to me feels like A tier. He is definitely a better card than 100 overall MJ. I don't think there's any question in my mind that that's true because MJ is really good. That 100 overall MJ is still a great card, but is he Kazzy Russell when it comes to the dribble sigs? No, Kazzy Russell has the best sigs in the game, has an elite level guard jump shot, Pro 2 fade with a good motion style, 99 every single stat just like MJ, the really good Hoff badges just like MJ, but he's a much better offensive card. Debatably, whoever's jump shot you like more, you could say you like MJ's jump shot more, but Kazzy just has way better sigs and in my opinion is an A tier point guard. Stephon Castle, probably C. I mean, he kind of does the same thing as Penny Hardaway. They're both 6'7" at point guard. They both play good defense. that's about it, I guess. I mean, they're good rim runners, I guess. They're good at getting to the basket, but realistically, they're just not on the same level as 100 overall MJ. Anthony Edwards is probably high B to low A. I'm going to go like B tier for now. This Ant card is actually pretty good. Definitely an underrated point guard for sure. 6'4" at point guard, 6'9" wingspan. The thing about Ant is his jump shot is really good, and his SIGs are also really good as well. I mean, he's 6'4", so he does have a smaller player build, and that's something that does hurt this Anthony Edwards card, but his jump shot's great. I mean, the Ben Shepherd base isn't my favorite base, but it's definitely a really good base. Pro 2 fade. He's just an inch shorter than Kazzy Russell with maybe not as good of a jump shot. I don't know. Do you go high B? Do you go low A? I'm going to go probably a high B tier for now when it comes to invincible Anthony Edwards. Elgin Baylor also going to be in that B tier category. Not as good as Kazzy Russell because of the jump shot. Again, to me, the difference in jump shot does matter a lot at this time of the year. All these cards pretty much at the top tier have the best dribble SIGs in the game, besides Shea so far, like the Ant, the Elgin, the Kazzy, the Luka. They all have the best dribble SIGs in this game, but it just comes down to whoever's jump shot you do prefer, their player model, their height, their wingspan. And when it comes to Elgin Baylor, just don't like his jump shot as much as Kazzy Russell, so I do think he's going to be in B tier. Cade is going C realistically, again, kind of like Stephon Castle and Penny. He's got decent height, he's got a good player model at point guard. His jump shot's okay at best, kind of like Penny and Stephon Castle's, and neither of these cards really have, besides Penny, like that great a dribble SIG, so I do think Cade is going to be in C tier. Now, Invincible Ben is got to be S. We're talking about, again, another top 5 point guard for sure, because of his size at the point guard position and his defense, but then I also do think his 100 overall is going to be an A tier. Don't think it's as good as his Invincible. It's a close comparison for sure. It's not too big of a difference between his Invincible, but his Invincible does have the trade behind the back, right? He's obviously going to have those 12 legend badges, which does make a difference, and that's about it when it comes to the comparison of the cards. They didn't really change much else, I don't believe, when it comes to this Ben Simmons but that trade behind the back does make a world of difference on a lot of these cards. Again, that's a huge flaw on Shea's, the fact that he doesn't have the trade behind the back, so a card like Ben Simmons to have that does, you know, have a huge positive for him. So I got Invincible Ben Simmons in S and 100 overall Ben in A tier. Now Jimmy Butler, this is where I'm talking about that I don't think Jimmy Butler is a top 7 point guard in my personal opinion. To me, there's going to be 7 point guards better than Jimmy Butler, and that's why he's going to be an A tier. Is he better than Kazzy Russell? Debatably, Kazzy Russell's jump shot is better in my opinion. And if you look at Jimmy Butler, I know we're nitpicking, but he doesn't have that Zach LaVine moving step back, I don't believe, right? So that's the nitpicking of this card, but compared to Kazzy Russell, yeah, he's got 2 inches on the height for sure and has a better player model, but Kazzy's got the better moving step back. Kazzy, to me, has a better jump shot. So it's like, do you want the height and the defense, or do you want the moving step back and the jump shot on Kazzy Russell? I do think they're on the same tier. Whether you think one is better than the other, I do think they're on the same tier, in my personal opinion, alongside 100 overall Ben. Josh Giddey, again, kind of going in this taller point guard range, better than the shorter point guards, but not as good as like the Ant, the MJs, and the Elgin Baylors of the world. Allen Iverson, a short point guard, as much as he's an Invincible, and I guess you could probably have fun with this card if you're an AI fan. He's 6 foot at point guard. If he matches up against Josh Giddey, who's 6'8", it's over. There's nothing you can do. As much as AI is a lot more fun card to use than Josh Giddey, because I guess you can dribble better with the card. He's going to feel a lot faster in game. Josh Giddey's 6'8". There's nothing you can do with that Allen Iverson card. Jokic is S. I mean, still the best point guard in this game. Him and Ben Simmons, 2 of the taller cards at the point guard position. I think Jokic is the tallest point guard besides Andrew Bogut. 6'11" at point guard, 7'3" wingspan. I mean, it's Nikola Jokic. Great jump shot, perfect dribble SIGs. Besides the Zach LaVine moving step back, he's still the best point guard in this game. So of course he's going in S tier. Denny, I kind of like more than the Pennies, the Stephon Castles, the Cades, the Josh Giddeys. So like, I would debate to put Denny in B tier, and I think he's on the same ranking as Elgin Baylor. Maybe not as good as Ant, so you guys have to remember when it comes to tiers, if I mention it, like I say I'll say Ant is high B, Denny's probably low B, right? Ant is the higher of the B tier category, and Denny is the lower. I don't do that for every single tier, by the way. I know some people do get confused. I don't rank every single tier usually by like, I put a card high A or low A. I might just mention it, and if I mention it, that's what I mean. They're like, I think Denny's probably low B, Ant is going to be high B. Michael Jordan, this is a tough card to rank because MJ is very good, but I'm not the biggest fan of his jump shot. So it's like, compared to Luka, whose jump shot I love, right, at least a lot better than MJ. Shea's jump shot I love a lot. Ben Simmons' jump shot I like more than MJ's. But like, I will put MJ in S. I think you kind of have to, but I think he's lower S for sure. He's definitely not a top 5 point. Well, he might be top 5, but I honestly, I think I would take Shea, Luka, Ben, and Jokic over MJ in my personal opinion. Curry going in D tier, pretty self-explanatory, 6'3" at point guard. A fun point guard to use. I think he's a lot better than Allen Iverson, so he'll be like top of D for sure. But I think realistically, Curry's going to be in D tier. Scottie Pippen, he's B. Again, kind of on the same ranking as Denny, lower B tier because they don't have much shot creation ability. They're kind of only there for their height, their defense, and they do have decent jump shots for sure, but they don't have the dribble sigs that a Kazzy Russell, a Jimmy Butler, an Ant, an MJ, and an Elgin Baylor have. Dwayne Wade is A. I mean, he's 6'4" with not a great jump shot, to be honest. Actually, did they give Wade, I think, no, Wade has a different jump shot, right? No, he has Oscar as well. I just don't like the Oscar upper as much, and he's only 6'4" at point guard. He's a better Ant, is basically what I'm saying. To me, Ant has the better jump shot, but I will say that Dwayne Wade is a better card than Ant. Not by a lot, though, to be honest. They're very similar cards. So I think D-Wade is low A, and I think Ant is high B. Oscar Robertson, never was a huge fan of his 100 overall card. I do think he's going to be in C tier. Bogut, you got to go B, right? I mean, he's a 7-foot point guard, plays great defense in game. Got to go at least B tier for Bogut. Now, Magic is tough because do I think Magic is as good as a Luka, a Shea, a Ben, a Jokic, even a Jordan? Probably not. I might go Magic high A, but people are going to disagree with that a lot. 6'9" at point guard for Magic, 7'1" wingspan. I just don't like his jump shot. His pass style isn't very good either. I know that's like a huge nitpicking thing, but it's just not, in my opinion. And his moving step back is only James Harden, but I just don't like this jump shot. The Seth Curry upper is horrible in my opinion. I think it's one of the worst uppers in this game for me personally. And I feel like his base isn't that incredibly good. It's a solid base, but it's not some overpowered base like some other cards have, like Shea, who has AI, Luka has AI base, Jokic has Mike Muscala, you know, MJ has Cameron Thomas. I'm gonna go Magic in high A. You can disagree with that, I can understand it, but to me, he's just not an S tier point guard. Lonzo's gonna be in C tier. He's an okay point guard, but they didn't really do much to make him better than his dark matter. LaMelo, I'm taking over Magic. Again, I know the height there. I know the height is there for Magic. I understand that completely. But LaMelo is 6'7" at point guard with a 6'10" wingspan. It's not much worse, but his jump shot's a lot better. This jump shot is incredibly good. I like it a lot more than Magic's release. And to me, when they have the same dribble sigs, right, and when LaMelo is only 2 inches shorter, I'm taking the card with the better jump shot. To me, I think LaMelo Ball is an S tier point guard. Deron Williams, because of his size, is probably C tier. He's a good he's a good 3-hunting point guard for sure, but he's only 6'3" at the point guard position. Derrick Rose is going to be in D tier. I feel like Hondo is probably B alongside Anthony Edwards. Not as good as Magic, Jimmy, Ben, Kazzy, and D-Wade. I do think Hondo is a nice card in B tier. Tony Parker going in D. Jalen Suggs probably C tier. He's a good defender, right? He's 6'5" at point guard. He's a good budget option, but realistically, not all that amazing. Oscar Robertson, I'll probably go A as well. To me, again, I don't think he's an S tier point guard. He is very, very good for sure. I just don't like his jump shot. I'm not a huge fan of Oscar upper, so kind of don't like Oscar Robertson, to be honest with you, because of his upper in 2K at least. I just don't find it to be a good jump shot. LeBron, I feel like just because of his size, to me, he's got a better jump shot than Magic, and they're pretty much the same at the point guard position, so I will put LeBron in S tier. J.R. Smith, I was never a huge fan of this card. I think realistically, he's going in B tier. Caruso, I would go like end of B tier for Caruso. I mean, you could maybe go J.R. Smith in A, but like realistically, I might take Anthony Edwards over J.R. Smith. Is that crazy to say? I mean, maybe it is, but like, I just don't know if I like J.R. Smith's jump shot that much compared to Ant's. And also, I mean, no behind the back does kind of hurt this card quite a bit. Jump shot, like, I don't know. I don't really like his release. I'm going to go B tier. I think Ant's honestly a better card in my personal opinion. Klay Thompson, I will go A. I do like Klay a lot at the point guard spot. His jump shot is the same release as Michael Beasley. And if you guys know, Michael Beasley's jump shot is my favorite jump shot in the game. Gilbert Arenas is probably C tier. He's an okay 3-hunting point guard. D-Book is probably A for D-Book. I mean, he has a very similar jump shot compared to Ant, and he is 2 inches shorter, or sorry, 2 inches taller than Ant. So I'm going to go D-Book and A. I would say resize Shea just because of his size is probably B tier. Again, on the lower side in my opinion. 100 overall Shea, not too much of a difference between his invincible and his 100 overall. So I think you probably have to go like low A tier for 100 overall Shea. GP to me is going to be in C tier. Definitely like him a little bit more than these short point guards in D tier. 100 overall Luka, I'm going to go realistically like C tier for Luka. And then Vince Carter probably is going to be in A tier as well in my personal opinion. So guys, that's going to be my point guard tier list. Let me know what you guys do think down below. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with cards like Magic and A, maybe even Oscar and D-Wade and A, just because I think that they're GOAT cards and they should be an S. But again guys, I try to keep my S tier to like the top of the top, but I don't like putting too many cards in S. I like keeping it again to the best of the best cards at that position. So like I would almost want to drop MJ down, maybe even LeBron or LaMelo down, but we'll keep like the top 7 point guards in S tier. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about this tier list down below. What would you guys change about it? And again, what 2 point guards are you guys currently rocking before we go into season 8? And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.